What's up, guys and girls? Austin here, aka Since We're Talking 101. That was a long yawn. So first things first, I may have made a mistake. See, it turns out there's an arrow over, well, if you click on that, there's an arrow down here, and I was not aware of that, so I could have been playing in 1080p the whole time. So I'm stupid. I also installed a graphics mod to make it look even better, so hopefully that's noticeable. I guess we'll see.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
It sounds amazing. Are you saying...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so reserved. The union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it, not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I just realized when I play Inquisition, I'll have to censor the sex scenes. Yeah, that kind of sucks because I'm lazy and don't feel like doing that.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thurian. I think my stomach could take it. Hell of a deal you worked out with John. If I ever get a speeding ticket, I want you to be my advocate.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
They know about the storm provided from the council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from your side. I'll have a better handle on my hand stops you.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the trading jumps here. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track element zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
That's why Canadians kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think. Asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go to the Citadel. Their main nerve looked weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even learn biotics, and forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
I'm sure Canadians did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Real hard on us. He basically had a free pass to break us if we turned on discipline.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. Less said the better. This is ancient stuff. I walked in on it. We should get back to my buddy's commander. Break history. Not me, Ashley.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
So yeah, the game should look a lot better. I kind of feel dumb for waiting so long to download the mod. And then of course, I was just going in settings because I was like, this game has to have 1080p, it's a PC game. And then I just didn't see the arrow, I guess because of the background. Which is oh well. Mistakes were made, it happens.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. He told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, with the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan and undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Can I equip everybody? I'm gonna assume no. Okay, I need pistols. That's 1. My armor should be. Oh, maybe not. $182 is my max there. Yeah, I can put that heavy armor on. Nah, I'll keep his current armor.
Commander? What's your opinion of the last mission?
How spooky I am on that young guy. Didn't figure you know how to speak corporate.
All you need to do is show them how getting what you want gets them what they want.
You make it sound easy. Frankly, I just wanted to put a few rounds in him and leave.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm off duty until tomorrow. I was gonna have a small drink. Bit of a celebration. If you're interested.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day. We're the first contact period. My family always moves it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know half my family. My commanders always find out. It's not my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's where you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. I told my dad to the night before he died. Takes a special kind of big-head to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. And I deserve better than that.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons. There was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way.
As I recall, your grandfather held on for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the
Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
He refused to sacrifice his men just to save face for humanity. You planning to throw yourself on a sword to save face for him?
Would it make a difference? He's gone now. Dad's gone too. And you wouldn't impress. I'll never be good enough for the Alliance. So now you know. Gonna kick me off the ship, Skipper?
You're a valuable part of my crew, Williams. If I want an opinion from the head, I go to the Lincoln. When I want one from the heart, I go to you.
I also play a mean game of football. But anyway, I've got things to do before we land. I'm sure you do too.
Dismissed, Chief.
Man.
Just a little bit more backstory. And then Garrus and Tally. Everybody has like their own. Well, I'm not sure if it's everybody, but most people have their own personal missions.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been in the CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating it?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing really to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts to the black market. They're not as bad as the sun. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, and the station in a bit of panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got on the sample and ran DNA tests. Weird thing was, the match that is to a Turian was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salian, the geneticist. So I went to his lab to find evidence of cloned organ development. There was nothing. No Solarian hearts, Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's looking to kill him out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing, one of them became aggressively suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, he paid. One of my detainees stood bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. The medics found incisions all over his body, some on the flesh. That was completely. These people were just Dr. Salian's employees. Test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them for food. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes the organs were good, so he'd just leave them in.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. He never called me.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space station. By the time I found out, the ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill us hostages on the transit.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties. The ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They were missing. they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it.
I suppose I can see both sides. Well, what's done is done.
I suppose. We can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped it. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, looking for something. Thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hall. I told the military. They were convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salian, you'll be there when you find me.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you bet.
Okay, so yeah, sell that. I can sell that. Basically sell all the stuff I don't need. And yeah. So we're getting some backstories and some side quests, which are interesting and helpful. So basically, I don't believe it's every single one of I don't believe it's every single character, but there are what's it called? But there are side quests for some of the characters. So I have the one for Rex and the one for Ashley. I gotta see if I gotta do that. I gotta see if Tally has it as well, and then I can start working on those after I head to the Citadel for any upgrades. Okay, I'll sell that and keep that. Sniper rifle bet? Nope, not really. Basically, I'm not gonna buy anything until I can get. There we go. I'm not gonna buy anything until I can get level 10 weapons, which is the smart thing to do, because it would just end up being a waste of money. Even though there isn't a lot of reason to hold on to it. Okay, Rex's armor's fine. I'll do Tally. And there we go. Small upgrades. So yeah, there's not like a huge reason to save money. I think if you reach a certain amount, then some of it transfers to the next game, or maybe that's just purely levels. Not completely sure.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
Okay, maybe not.
See you later.
Okay, so I think it's just the two of them. So first, I'm gonna head to the Citadel and just look for side quests, basically. So there's the fan. I believe this is the last mission for him. I'm not completely sure on that part though. And then there might be one or two other things. I probably should have looked it up. That would have helped. I mentioned like getting a guide for like all the side quests to make sure I'm not missing anything. Although I'm pretty sure I've done everything that's,
Good
made.
timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's
not his signature. I think it's from the council. I'll patch you through with the code.
Oh. I think I've done like all the main side quests that'll affect the story.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay, so basically that's the next main mission. So we still have Novaria and then Vermeer, and then I believe that's it. So there's the fan, the materials I still need, medallions and artifacts. Okay, then I have a few of these. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna head to the Citadel and deal with any side stuff there, and then I'll be good to head out and do those side quests. And I might start the other. I might start the other mission. Yeah, I might start the other main mission. Not Novaria, or was it? Yeah, it is Novaria because we just did Pharaohs. I want to see these new graphics and effects. I could probably use, I could probably upgrade all my people again. That'll only take a minute. That'd probably be a smart idea, considering I have to do their side stuff anyways. Which won't be too much of a big deal. But yeah, I think 20 hours will be about the mark I finish the game. I mean, maybe a little bit sooner, but I'm just giving myself time. Alright, we'll start off with these two.
Equalizing interior pressure.
Go ahead and give him lifts. And we'll go ahead and do that. Max her fitness. And we'll give her some sniper rifles.
With exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
That one felt slower. Okay, and then back out. And then I can get the normal squad. Basically, I'm just leveling them up, so I don't have to worry about it too much later. That's max. Max your throw, and then lift. That'll be fine. And then we can do this.
Pressure with
They all kind of have their like own different
Logged.
bonuses
The
and stuff.
commanding officer is ashore.
Now I get the main
Exo
squad.
Priestley, stand by.
So,
shore
yeah.
party.
Basically,
Decontamination
this is the only way to
progress.
upgrade them. I'm pretty sure they changed that in 2, or at least 3, where you could upgrade them all